Good evening, every single one of you. It's me and the Monday Dreamer. Slightly different show today. Well, it's not different, it's the same, really. Me and the Monday are doing it, but it's a preview for the LYON game, slash a little bit of transfer news, a little bit of transfer gossip. So, guys, you guys in the chat, um, you lot are the one going to be the one feeding the show today. Let's get the show on the road. Evening on Monday, how we doing, big man?
To be honest, I'm not feeling too great. I had pre-season training on Sunday, and I came home with a wet t-shirt on, messed around all day with the same wet t-shirt on, and then that evening I was lying down and watching Love Island, had the window open, and I started feeling unwell. And since then, yeah, I'm a bit under the weather, to be honest. But not. I went to work today, and I'm on the show as well, so nothing can sort of keep me away from the Man United agenda. And I hope you're doing well. How are you feeling, bro?
I'm good, man. Sun shining, man. Sun was semi-shining. It's still bright outside. I'm always good on Monday, man. You know me, bro. I don't let things get me down too much. But yeah, Jeff, I did see your I did see your dyslexic tweet, mate. It was me who laughed back from the agenda account. It was funny guy. Sorry, I'll leave you to it on Monday.
What was it about, Jeff?
We tweeted the show, and obviously we've got Johnny Evans on the title, and he said, "Oh look, trust the Man United board. They're dyslexic. We asked for Evan Ferguson, and they've gone and got us Johnny Evans." Oh, just say howdy to a few people for me on Monday before we get this show.
Yeah, of course. Vincent, how you doing? I'm expecting lots of banter for you. But he's got a great message here. Edwin van der Sar, I'm assuming he's out of trouble now. I haven't heard the news, but that's great news. Edwin van der Sar, great goalkeeper from the 2000s. Vincent saying hi, guys, as well. Stephanie Griffiths, Edwin's going to be okay then. Thumbs up. Thank God for that. Big up to Sigmund. He said, good evening, everyone. Lots and lots of news to discuss tonight, so he's looking forward to it. There is a lot of news, isn't there, that we'll be going through. Does this mean the fridge to the bridge? Because what's the name? Who broke his leg from Leicester? Who's the centre back? The French centre back. He's done an ACL.
Bro, I'll tell you. You know what? You see when a man's a jinx, and you know he had to delete his Instagram account because he was getting beer abuse. The Chelsea fans were cussing his hole today. Oh, I don't get it. Maybe they're just seeing it as a waste of money. He's always injured or whatever. But yeah, he shut down his account. I
think this is good news. I think if he's out, because it's been a long-term injury, they need to get a good centre-back, a top-class Premiership centre-back.
One day, listen, my friend, if that happens, then yeah, we might have to have a blues on the show, bro. If he goes to Chelsea, we might take that one. Wow. Okay.
Let's say hi to Matthew Bassett. As always, one of our top guys. He's saying big up to everyone in the chat as well, and obviously hi to Jeff. Jeff, how you doing, bro? You've been communicating on Twitter with our man Mr. B today, and he's saying on Monday, make sure you get out your wet gear as soon as you can, mate. I wasn't thinking today, and I've got man flu. Yes, definitely I do. But I'm here still representing. Bill Badger said, what a great start to the week. We get Johnny Evans back. Big up Mr. B Omondi and all in the chat. Hope all is okay. Big up Bill Badger, guys. Guys who don't know Bill Badger, he's one who's been here from the start, top guy. And FC United Forever, how you doing? Lovely to see you on the show again, nice and early. Love to hear your comments today, as well as you, Emma. Love to hear your comments. She said, yes, the VDS is out. Oh, Van der Sar is out of intensive care. So it's fabulous news. Well done. Sigmund saying here, sad for a player that young, no matter who they play for, thoughts to him, a lot of injuries for someone so young. Yeah, Mr. B, we're talking about Fofana there. That's really bad. 2 major injuries at that age. FC United Forever says, we're sorry. Won't you come on home? We worry. And saying big up to Bill as well. Anyway, Sorry, Jim Mack. They keep coming in. Jim Mack saying here, Evans back to help out and for him to get his fitness back. Short-term arrangement, I'm sure, but looks like we're bringing some values back to the club as well. So why are you nodding, Mr. B, about values?
Because David Moyes just come in and said, yo, all the winners get out. All of the people who had all of the values at Man United, all those people who worked under Fergie, who had it instilled in them, were gone. Now you're seeing Ollie back in the stands. You're seeing, all right, Andy Cole and them, Andy, they've got their ambassadors role. But there's little things as Johnny Evans coming back. We're helping out somebody who was a good servant for us. You know what I mean? I like the way that it's starting to feel like a family again. I like that whole, he's gonna go in there and he's gonna show who, he might only be there for the 5 games. Probably will only be there for the 5 games, let's be honest. But in that period, I think he's gonna show them youngsters, yeah, I'm a big old man, but these are the values that had me, that's the way that they, what's the word I'm looking for? I'll skip the word I'm looking for anyway. I'm not going to find it now. But yeah, I'm just glad that he's there to impress them. I love it. I'm glad. Absolutely.
Just to add to that, I think yesterday we discussed this, and I said, no, I can't see him being signed up. And then obviously the next day he signs a short-term contract. I understand it. I get it. For him to get fit. But is there an opportunity for him maybe, if things don't go to plan with signings, that he could play? This is a guy who's playing in the Premiership. This is a guy who's got 100 caps, international caps. This is a guy who's known to Man United. This is a guy who might not be fast, but reads the game really well, and has won championships with Man United as well back in the day, 10 years ago, mind you. But he's been a main player for us a long time ago. So there's an opportunity for him, and it's a good move. I understand you're saying about values. And you and the guy in the comments talking about values for the club. He's got that. He comes from an area where that was the thing. He's an Irish boy as well. He's got his brother. His brother's come through the academy. Forget his brother's name. Was his brother a striker or something? But yeah,
sure. And his wife works on MTV as well.
All right, well there you go. So they're really associated with the club. So welcome back, Johnny Evans, and it'd be lovely to see you do well. What I really want to see is this game against Arsenal and Lyon. I want to see how we play, especially Arsenal. I know it's a friendly, but I really, really want to beat them. I don't care if we play like 90 minutes squad. I want to beat them. But anyway, we're going too far with this. Stephanie's saying, go, Johnny, go, Johnny, go, Johnny B, go. Is it Johnny B? Is it? That's Little Richard, of course. And Reece Bennett got injured. He played the other day against the centre back. And he's out of pre-season. I'm assuming he's in the squad to replace him. So he's going to be playing with the kiddos. Also here, Evans could manage 20 games for us if we needed him. I hope that's not the plan, but we could do we could do worse as well. And just Northern Ireland Irish. He's a proddy, if that's what it means. Jeff saying here, so Alex Ferguson thought Johnny Smalling and Jones was his first choice centre backs of the future. Funny how times change. He proved he had a good career though. He had a good career. And anyone know if Mendy's in the squad?
He's not in the squad. He's not in the squad. Well, look, you want to know what the squad is? Let's do it this way. This is the squad. Sherbet. I cut the goalies out. Oh bugger. We've got Bishop anyway. It's Bishop, Kovar, and Harrison as the goalies.
I don't know Harrison.
Yeah, neither do I.
Bishop was in the previous squad against Leeds, wasn't he? Harrison must be one of the youth academy guys, maybe, or maybe someone can let us know who Harrison is as a goalkeeper. So a bit weak for goalkeepers. Not much experience there.
You know what? We're a bit weak, but somebody just sent me an Instagram video, a Twitter video of Anana arriving at the airport. So, as much as we don't have the goalkeeper now, I made sure that I gave the
Who's
video
going to pick him up in the Beamer? Zim Zimmer. Oh na 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 na. Oh na na na. Zim Zimmer. Come Manchester Airport. Bring him back. Yes, we need this guy in a rush. Pass me the keys to the bus. Anyway, let's go. I'm getting excited, Mr. B. That's great.
So what was it? Defenders?
Yeah,
Johnny
defenders.
Evans, Alvaro Fernandez, Will Fish, Mark Gerardo, Lissandro Martinez, Rafael Varane, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and Brandon Williams. Midfielders: Fred, Dan Gore, Hannibal, Hansen, Kobe Mainu, Mason Mount, and Donny van der Beek.
Donny van der Beek.
Maybe
Donny
he's
van der Beek. Welcome
show
back
that
from
he's fit
injury.
before he can go to Celtic. Forwards: Ahmad, Antony's back.
Antony, oh wow.
Yeah. Emron, obviously the goal scorer.
Assist and a goal.
Yeah. Forson, Joe Hugel, and Sancho.
Where is our boy? Oh, Hugo's there, yeah. What did you think?
Hugo's
Did you enjoy Hugo the other day, Hugo?
I think he did okay. Look, he scored a goal. You can't ask more than him scoring a goal. He did better than Martial probably would have done, to be fair. Do you want to go through our squad selection now? Or do you want to
Yeah, let's have.
something else?
I just want to talk about Hansen. I was really impressed with him.
Yeah.
I've been impressed with him for a long time. I would like to see this guy develop. I think he's sort of like an intelligent player, no frills, just technique. Boom. 1-2 touch, great brain for such a youngster as well. And I'm really pleased that he's back in the squad and we can have another look at him. It's a 1 year on from when we first sort of really had a look at him. Obviously, he's been highly touted, but this is a great opportunity for him against Lyon and maybe against Arsenal on Saturday as well. So there's some great opportunities here for these players. Hannibal, what a fantastic performance. I thought he was getting really tough and strong and getting up and down the pitch, but don't forget his technical ability as well. Kobe was fantastic. Obviously, we want to continue to look at Mason Mount and Donny van der Beek. We know what he's got. I just want to see, I think it's just a case for him just to get back in the side, not getting back in the side, get back in the swing of things. He's been out for so long. And obviously, Dan Gore, when I watched the game the other day, didn't really stand out to me, but he's a youngster. Maybe I'm missing something with him. And Fred, obviously, we know what he's got, and hopefully he'll be going on a move to let us open up the squad. Just going back to Johnny Evans, I mean, we've got four centre backs, Will Fish, Johnny Evans. They probably played the second half, and obviously Varane and Martinez in the first half as well. Gerardo, didn't we touch on him? We haven't spoken about him much, but he's a right back Spanish guy. I think there's a future there for him. He's not rapid, just a good player. And obviously Fernandez done really well the other day, I thought. So yeah, I'm happy with the squad. I want to see Kovar, whatever his name is, this Czech guy start. It's an opportunity for him as well. So that's my take on it. And obviously Ahmad and Emran, these guys look exciting. 2 left footers. Let's see what they got.
Okay, so with that, this is the team that Solo texted me a little bit earlier on. Obviously he's decided that he's not starting with Fred anymore. He understands that Fred will no longer be part of the Manchester United team. So he's going for something different. He's going for Kovar in goal. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Martinez, and Fernandez. That back four, he thinks is probably going to stay the same as the last one. Agree? Disagree?
Yeah, you know what? I'm looking at this. I thoroughly agree with this. This is what he sort of started with the other day. Apart from Hugo, he played Forson, is it the guy Forson or whatever, on the wing. Sancho was playing down the middle. But it'd be great if Hugo could start this game because he's obviously the only main out-and-out striker in the whole squad. So I like the squad. Well done, Solo or Mr. B, whoever put this together. But I think this is definitely our strongest side to start with. And just to go back and relate, Mainu, Kobe, I've seen comparisons. There, people can talk about comparisons to Pogba, but the difference is with him, he seems more humble. He's not a frills guy. He knows he can play in that sort of deep line position and dominate the game. He's not afraid to get his foot in. So I think he can be molded more into a sort of a player for his attributes, rather where I felt that Pogba, as skillful as he was, felt he was like a number 10. Whereas I felt with all the physical attributes he had, he could have been like a Vieira sort of player, Boston or a Yaya Toure, someone who started deep, started as a centre back or started as a deep line midfielder and ended up showed his talents by scoring 20 plus goals in a season and having one of the best seasons I've seen from a midfielder in the Prem. So Mainu's a good player. He's got a lot of good attributes. I like him a lot.
So we're okay. Well, look, we're agreeing. I'm not going to disagree with the fact that Mainu should be starting. Do you think Fred gets the opportunity ahead of Mainu in the team for this game, Or do you think Fred's just here to make up the numbers for the second half?
Well, you guys haven't put him in. Maybe you know something, but it's quite possible. Fred's a senior player, isn't he? But I think you've got enough senior players, a good balance there with the two centre backs and Wan-Bissaka. I think you've got Mount, Sancho. As there, there's what 6, 7 senior players there. You need a bit of balance. What's the point of playing pre-season if you're not going to play youngsters or start them, give them that confidence as well? I know we sort of play one half and then completely changed the squad for the second half, but I do think Manu, after the performance he had the other day, should come in, and Hannibal as well. I don't think you can drop these guys. Fred, we know what he's got. There's nothing to prove here, but he can always come on as a sub and in the second half and be that senior player to help these younger guys come through in the second half, as well as Evans.
I'm actually looking forward to the game. I'm just not sure I'm going to get home on time to watch it, to be fair. But guys,
isn't it?
Yeah, if it is on, guys, then it will be set up and it will be streamed through the channel. So we'll see where we go from there. Is it worth really doing a score prediction for tomorrow? We did a 2-0. No.
Look, Mr. B, you say about winning. Winning is a good thing. We won the other day, but we want to see progression. We want to see things that make us say, wow, did you see Hannibal? Or did you see something we haven't seen before? There's a time for players to step up and show something, you know? So that's what I want to see. I don't mind if we draw. I don't really want to lose. It's important we don't lose. We want to keep that momentum going because obviously we've got Arsenal at the weekend. And I think by the time we play Arsenal, I don't know if we're going to have our senior players back in like Bruno and all the top guys, Rashford, but that's a big game. So I think if we come into that game with 2 wins, especially against Lyon, they're better than Leeds. I think it's important. So I do think we can win. I do want to keep a clean sheet as well. And I think Lyon, I don't know where they're at really. Obviously, we know they had second top goal scorer with Lacazette last season. And
imagine, Jesus.
Yeah,
he couldn't do sherbet at Arsenal.
Yeah,
before he left, and then he go. I mean, is that a bad sign for buying a striker from the French league? I mean, we're not linked with a striker from the French league, thank God. But do you think that that's a bad indictment of the level of say even defenders in the French league? If you're getting a man like Lacazette finishing top scorer,
I think he can go there as a talisman. He can go there. Lyon's a sort of club over the years. They used to dominate the French league, but they're great at bringing youngsters through. And they've got so many talented youngsters. They've got a lovely right back at the moment. Got a guy called Faber or something who plays left-footed guy, short little guy, brilliant little number 10-ish guy. So they've always developing players. So him coming back from Lyon to Lyon, from he previously played there as well, I think he's a talisman. And I think he was a leader. He's taken that role. He was a captain at Arsenal at one point as well, wasn't he? So I think he's sort of they're feeding him as much as they can, and it was a good opportunity there. Anthony Herbert's in house. He's an Arsenal fan, and he's talking about when we talk about Lacazette, but he's saying 2-0 Arsenal at the weekend. We'll get to that very soon. But UK Strange saying we could beat Lyon 3-1. We got to see what the side is really. But yeah, what do you think, Mr. B? Scoreline or based on what we've got? We should be focusing on winning.
No, we focus on the performance. I think the performance gets us to win. I think if we play how Ten Hag wants us to play, we win the game. I don't see Lyon. I don't know nothing about Lyon. I'm gonna prove to be really ignorant on it. Lyon aren't on our level anyway, regardless of what we put out. We keep saying that the system works. So we'll see if the system works again tomorrow.
Okay, so we'll go through a couple comments here, guys, because obviously people are piling in. What? No MOT for Martial and shocks in the squad? Of course, he's injured again. Mr. B's time right there. That contract was sorted ages ago, says FC United Forever. When I was chatting to him, when I went over to Warrington, I think it was for anniversary. He hinted, then went popping in. Talking about Johnny Evans, I imagine. So, yeah, there's good connections there, Irish connections. UK Strange is saying Manu's ready for the Premier League this season. Jeff saying Hugo needs to shave that patchy beard off. And we all know he doesn't have a chin like the beaker on the Muppets. So good. Good one here from Sigmund. He's saying, question, with Sir Bobby Charlton's ill health, we need to have more long-term servants as club ambassadors. Now, that the charges have been dropped. Is Giggs the player to be taking a prominent ambassador role at Manchester United? As you heard today, the prosecution has dropped all charges against Giggs, so he's innocent. Yeah, what do you think?
I mean, I think Giggs is obviously the face of Man United. He played, you know, it was only his only club. Yeah, I don't see any. I personally wouldn't have any problem Giggs being ambassador, but surely he's not going to want to settle for that role. He was Wales manager. Surely he's going to want to get back into the hustle and bustle of being a manager again. I mean, look, an ambassador's role at the club ain't going to pay him no money, and he's probably spent a whole load of it just now. I'm not saying he's fresh, but you know, money's money at the end of the day. So I don't know. I would like it. I would love him to be. But
well, obviously, Bobby Charlton, he's getting on now, but he's got dementia. I think he has a bit like Dennis Law. Both of them have sort of really deteriorated over the last few years. I just want to say about Ryan Giggs, he was a fantastic player, and we cannot forget that how good he was. I saw a segment by Steve Bruce saying that when talking about management, talking about how when Giggs was coming through, it's 17, 18, 19. Everyone knew he was going to be fantastic, whereas at Scholes and Beckham, you weren't so sure. But Giggs it was obvious how great he would have been. And he's great. He admired how the manager managed him, kept him on good wage, kept him coming through, because there was a lot of tension from other clubs as well to get him, especially abroad. So Giggs was a great player for us. And I even saw Yap Stam do a 1 to 11 best players he's played with. He had in goal, so I can't remember who he had in goal, but he had Cafu, Maldini, himself, and Nesta. And right back was left back was Maldini. In midfield, he had Roy Keane, Scholes, and Seedorf, the best players he's played with. Up front, he had Ronaldo, R9. He had Dennis Bergkamp on the right, and he had Ryan Giggs on the left. And that just reminded me. Giggs is really that good. He was really that good. So congratulations to him with the news. Obviously, it's a negative thing that happened to him, but he is club legend, and we cannot forget what great young talent he was. The whiz kid running down the wing, running at people, just a nightmare for anyone out there. Top player. And don't forget, Fergie called him a world-class player.
Yeah, one of the few that he worked with. So yeah.
Giggs should get the world's job back if he's been found innocent, says Jeff. He's not exactly an ambassador material, is he, though, says Jim Mack. Great player.
Oh, Sherman. Oh, you know what? I just realised they won't make him. I just realised, as Jim Mack said what he said, all these bunglings has come back into man, whopping his brother's wife.
Innocent. He's innocent. Oh, yeah. Okay, all right.
You see what I mean? He was innocent of that, but it was so, yeah, maybe not. Jari. Have I said that name right?
Jale Malmin. He says it's exciting that there are at least 6 to 8 youth players that can be good for the club in the near future. It's about time we got more players from the academy. Yeah, I totally agree with you.
I do, but they have to be ready. I don't want academy for the sake of academy. If the academy players aren't good enough, then it is what it is. I want the best that we can get. Of course, you want academy players, and you know, you want the main news, you want it to be these guys, but if they're not good enough, then let's not get it twisted. It is what it is. Yeah. You know what
I mean? Bill Badger, just comparing Giggs to George Best, said, I've always said this Giggs is the most exciting youth player we had compared to George Best. Says it all. Yeah, for sure. We have to respect the legend of Ryan Giggs. And Bill Badger saying here, now that's a one-on-one. Can't wait to see. Love Vinny Jr., but Wan-Bissaka will pocket him. Woo! We love to see that.
Ooh, who was talking about that?
Yeah,
listen, we'll wait and see. Well, look, we're in the Champions League now, so maybe we'll get them, you know, semi-final or something like that. No, yeah, no, but we've actually going to have them in a proper game where Vinny's going to be trying, you know. Wan-Bissaka will shut down these darts this one, but Vinny will not going to want to do it again. So, you know, we'll see. But also today on Monday, they're talking about obviously we're in search of our striker, and I do believe that we've been very exact in what we're doing. All of the deals so far, we've agreed terms with the player to make sure that they want to come before we've tried to do the deal with the club. Mount, They wanted 70. We got him for 55. Whether or not that's a good deal or not is by the by. Onana, 45 million plus add-ons, whatever that works out to be. Again, we've got the deal done without breaking the bank to both selling club happy, buying club happy. This Højlund one might be slightly different. I think we probably have to pay a little bit more than we want to, but I'm hoping it can be done in add-ons. But they're saying today that personal terms have been agreed with Højlund. So again, we're moving in that direction.
Yeah.
We will always. I hadn't heard of Højlund before we were linked with him. Obviously now the national press has been jumping on it, but proper United fans have known about him and known about the deal at what's happening for a little while. I'm not going to say he's the answer on Monday, and I hope. See, the money that we're spending now makes him a first choice striker, and that's the part that I'm worried about. Is he ready after only scoring 9 goals for Atlanta? Is he ready to be our main line forward?
Stephanie Griffith saying raw, real, and soon to be a red. So Ramos Highland, sorry. Yeah, I think so. Mr. B. I do think he's ready. Flex V is saying here, how do purse terms get agreed without the club allowing the player to discuss with other clubs? Is that not tapping up anymore? Not really, no, because through the agent they can sort of say agree certain things. I think it's all above board. We're hearing this happen so much time recently. So yesterday, reliable source from Alfredo Pedula confirms that a fresh bid from United is in the pipeline and could go through very soon. Just like it's made to order, we get every deal done as we said we would. The next offer could go from 53 to 55 million euros plus bonuses to break through the 60 million euro quota. Atalanta are asked for a fixed base of at least 60 million plus bonuses, but evidently the gap is not that wide and negotiations can continue. Man United are increasingly out for Højlund. He explains that the Dane has a good relationship with Ladea, and while United are at the top of his mind, he's maintaining a very professional demeanour. That means he's with his club. He's maintaining good demeanour with his club, but it's clear he wants to leave. The Athletic and other British outlets are adamant Atalanta are holding out for 100 million, but the most reliable Italian media are pitching it about 60 or 70 million mark. That's a lot of money, I do agree. But I think, look, moves are being made, and the way we've been moving for other players, I'm thinking we're quite close to getting this deal done. Is that what you guys think in the comments? I do think
so.
It's worth it. I think it's worth it. We might got to go for it. 20 years old. This is how we move.
I'm going to say something to you, though. Do you think there's a little bit of you see, obviously the British press have gone in with 100 million, and a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of people don't delve as deep as maybe us guys in the chat who love Manchester United and want to hear all the information. Do you think that the fact that they're talking about 100 million, all of a sudden we'll get him for 70 million, they're going to be pushing, oh, United have saved money, United have done this, United have got a bargain, have got a deal? Do you think that could be the narrative that they're trying to push at the moment?
Yeah, I think so. Sometimes I was watching big up to Jay Motti, by the way. I watched his interview with the Athletic journalist. They were talking about the takeover and all that kind of thing. And the journalist said that any news, because he's surprised, he put a story out, is blown up about the sale. And he said any news you put out about Manchester United Football Club blows up. So he's feeling sweet right now, this journalist, because his report, his thing has gone out there and his name's all over the place. He's even getting to meet the famous Jay Motti, and get interviewed by him. But it's true, whenever it comes to Man United, everything's exposed out there. So if we're talking about 100 million for him and we do get him for 50, 60 million, the fans will be happy. And it might be naive, but I think the same thing applied last year when we were going in for Timber, but clearly we went and got Martinez. It wasn't like, oh, Martinez was a B player or the next.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? It's a little hustle.
Yeah.
That's what I call a hustle, where you say, all right, everyone, all eyes look that way. And in the meantime, we're going to go this way and get Martinez and then make Arsenal bid for him. And then we can level it out and say, all right, so it's 40 million, 50 million. We give you 50 million for Martinez. Like that. No one knew how well he would do. As Carragher, who's more qualified than me, he thought he would be a flop. See what I'm saying? So we got a great deal there. So you have to move smart in the transfer deal market. And I think the deals that if you put it out there, he's worth 100 million, or Atalanta are looking for 100 million. I don't think they're looking for that. If you give them 60 million, like they say, like the Italian sources saying there, I think we get him. But they want 60 million up front. But we have to negotiate and get close to that. I'm sure. Sorry, Mr. B, last point on this. I do think he'd be a success. When you look at 20-year-old strikers, we got Hugo. We're looking at Hugo. He's not far off 20 years old, but he's far off having experience that this young man's got in the Italian league and what he's done so far in his football career. He's proven he's ready at that level, senior level. Whereas Hugo, if he was that good, like Giggs was, we were talking about Giggs earlier, he would be in the first team by now. You know, that's how it goes. People don't, you know, your ability's there. And if you're ready, you're ready. You have to remember Michael Owen in the World Cup '98. He was ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I do think you can compare. We got what we got. We got Charlie McNeil. We got Hugo, and then we got a player who's like around that age range, but actually is doing the business now, and he's young, and we got a ceiling there for him to grow and improve. So I think there's a good player there, and I think it is worth the money.
Okay, well, it doesn't look like we're going to be getting Harry Kane in the last 2 days of the window, according to you, then.
Well, you're saying that. I think it could still happen. You're the one who's been throwing that one around, aren't you?
Oh, well, look, I still think United are going to do. They're going to do something. They're going to do something else in the window that surprises us. Don't get me wrong. If we go and they get the players that we've been linked with, you know, we get the players in and we definitely get the players out. I mean, somebody in the chats saying that the deal with Teles to Saudi is almost done. Now, if that's the case, are we getting a fee? Are we getting money from him? Are we just going to be happy to get him off the wage bill? Because I'm not being funny, they're giving money to everybody. So, you know, it'd be just typical United that they walk in, get our player, and we just let him go on a free. So if somebody's got a price for that, then please, can somebody let me know if we're actually going to get a fee for that?
Well, they were talking about 10 million here for the outcast for Teles. Ten Hag set for 10 million transfer boost.
That's great.
The kitty. 10 million is great for a 31-year-old left back. Teles is very experienced. He won the Europa League last season, didn't he? With Sevilla, where he's on loan. So I think there's a lot of selling points for Teles. He can go there.
10 mil. That's 10 good money.
Yeah. Take it. But the freebie business, no, I'm with you, Mr. B. We can't take that man for free. Just great. Another one I want to throw out there. I don't know what you guys think about Teles, but I think, we should sell him for 10 mil if they are interested. The other one is the Bayern Munich 28-year-old muscle man. There's rumours, which we've heard this before, but there's rumours now that West Ham and Man United are in for Leon Goretzka. He's a class player, I believe. I don't know if we need him, but that's the rumours going around, and he's a top player. I mean, why buy and get rid of these players? I don't know, but if he's available, I would be having a sniff.
I saw something about it linked up on yesterday. Obviously, the agenda posted something on it yesterday. I will take him quick. The fact that Bayern don't want him, I don't understand why. But again, like you on Monday, it's something that you have to accept that Tuchel wants to do. I would try and move heaven and earth to get him in. I really, really would. I think he makes our midfield top. Don't ask me who's going to be starting and where they're going to be starting, but I don't care. When you've got that, there's no drop off. There's no drop off in. You're then looking at Man City level, as in maybe not skill factor level, but in regards to there's no gap. There's no gap between the central midfielders. They're all at that high level. Yeah, I would take that. If that could be done, I would take that. But I think they're in for I think they want the Amrabat deal done. I think he's had words with him. Look, either one of them, I have no problem with.
Yeah, most certainly. The guys in the comments are going off right now. Has Haaland got the same potential as Haaland? I think people develop at different ages, don't they? Haaland's a freak of nature. I think he's fantastic. Clearly, he's a great player, maybe one of the world's best at the moment. So I don't think he'll ever be as good as him. But if he's good for the system, That will work for me. Bill Badger saying it. If we're going for Haaland for 50 million, why on earth are we not going to Italy or Germany and putting in a slightly higher offer for Martinez or Manani? We are actually, there are rumours about Manani that we are sniffing around him as well, maybe as a backup. I don't know if you guys know about that. UK Strange is saying here Harry Kane was never close or is ever going to happen. We just don't know, do we? 10 million for Tele, says UK Strange again. And he's backed up by Matthew Bassett, who also agrees like that. Andrew Williams is in the house. Best learning you can get for a kid is minutes on the pitch. He will deny them that. That's talking about Sven Ten Hag, I imagine. Vincent said here they want to pay 10 million, but they only want to pay 5 at the moment and 5 in add-ons as well. So these are the Saudis with loads of money trying to negotiate.
And you see what I'm saying? They want to give bloody Liverpool 40 million for Henderson. And when it comes to us getting the extra 5 billion for 10, that's what I said. Teams, they always want to screw Man United over, man. Jesus.
Jeff saying that Leon Goretzka has fallen out with Tuchel. I didn't know that, but if that's true, that's a reason why we should be going in. $100 million. I don't know what you mean by that, but surely we're not spending that money on Goretzka. He's available, but I don't think we can afford him, says Matthew Bassett. I'm not sure. 34 million for him. Obviously, that comes from Felix. Does that come with wages and everything else as well? I'm not sure. Bayern Munich won 27-0 today. Sabitzer scored 5 goals. Is that true? Wow, who are they playing? And Lucifer Morningstar is saying good evening to everyone in the house. 27? 27-0 apparently they won. I don't know if that's true.
Who would they play that's going to make them win 27-0?
Bayern were 18-0 up at half-time in a friendly against that team there. I'm not going to pronounce their name.
Lord have mercy.
It is true. Okay. Everyone talking about it in the comments. 27-0. That's not competitive, is it? I mean, what are you going to get out of that, beating someone 27-0? And how are you going to feel? I mean, how demoralizing is that?
Yeah.
You know what we did? I'll tell you something quickly off topic. Last season, I started managing the Sunday team. And we were all over the place because the old manager just left. We were really struggling. And the guy who, my sort of second right-hand man, he picked a fixture against a top team. And I didn't realize they were that good. So when we turned up there, they were professional. They were really good. We were all over the place. We lost 12-3. And it really damaged our morale. It really did. So this season, we're planning our friendlies carefully. We have a look at teams saying, no, we don't want to play them. We don't want to play them. We don't want to play them. We want to play teams on our level or in and around our level, or give us cheer teams that we can beat to give us that confidence. I think you don't want to be getting licks like that, especially 27-0. The 12-3 was horrid. It's horrible last year.
Listen, you got those in pre-season, boy. I had a couple of those in season, boy. One day, listen, bro. Listen, me and you was on that same fucking boat last season, boy. I'm telling you now, this captain of this ship is changing. I ain't going in no water without my life jacket this season, boy. No chance, bro.
Sigmund saying here, 9 goals in 20 appearances, some stat. They talk about Haaland. Because people say, he didn't score goals. Sorry about this barking, but you know what I'm saying about my dogs right now. I just worry that most of them I've seen isn't off Haaland as a target man, and that's what we need. Do you see him as a roaming centre forward? Yeah, he does play. Sorry, Mr. B, go on.
I think Ten Hag doesn't have a problem. If he had a big forward up front, he would adapt. I don't think Ten Hag wants a stay in the box forward. I think he wants somebody who can, if they're on the left, they will do the job on the left and end up there. If Rashford ends up center, I think he wants somebody who can maybe do all of it.
Yeah. Haaland is close to 200 career goals already. Haaland is not close to that. They're about the same age. There's 2 to 3 classes and difference between the two players. Do not expect Haaland to be close to Haaland, says Charlie. Sabitzer scored 5. Wow. And reminds me of the Lionesses. They beat 10-0 3 times and 20-0 once. Yeah, it's not competitive yet. Women's football, I don't think. And Jeff saying here, on Monday they gave the gate to the team. Okay, and they stomped them for the money. So basically, it's helping out a small amateur team by giving them all the proceeds of the money from the gate. And to be fair, Bayern played a team 9 leagues below top tier. Okay, there you go. Back to Sigmund. Emma's saying here, but our wingers are goal scorers, so I don't think it hurts us. They can go that he can go a bit away from staying up top, but he can do a bit of both. He was more target man in the national team. Can I just talk on this quickly? I think he's strong. He's big and strong. I think we have identified that Ten Hag does like guys that can come with their back to goal, link up the play. You know, sort of like a Harry Kane, or we saw with Haller, Sebastian Haller at Ajax scoring goals for him. He's a big target man. We saw it with Broby. Is it Broby from Ajax as well? Big, strong target man. But I do think with this, what you got here was this guy who's 6'1", 6'2", and he's good enough to do that, and he's good enough to get behind as well. So it's not just, you don't want to sort of like a pigeonhole a guy and say you're just a target man. That's all you're capable of doing, especially at 20 years old. Maybe you can develop him into more to fulfill
more
that
rounded.
role. Yeah, fulfill the role, but give him more branches to his attributes to his game, so he can do a bit more than that. You know, because you don't want to be like pigeonholed as, oh, you only can do one thing. You know, I don't think that's right, and especially with the system and the higher level he's playing now at Premier League and the expectations of Man United, he's probably getting a player now who he thinks, right, he can do this. He can play like Martial, come deep, link up the play really nicely, but also got the pace to get in behind, also got the pace, the intelligence as well to pick up spaces, you know, and link up with these guys. Imagine you're this guy Haaland, and you looking at Mason Mount, Sancho, Rashford, Garnacho, Bruno, all Casemiro, all feeding you. Eriksen. There's a lot there to be excited about.
Alex Tuchel, that last comment there, if he reminds you of Cavani and he plays like that, I'm having that.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm having that all day. I don't know. Is there anything else, Amanda? Do we have anything else to discuss?
We'll just keep talking. I'm just going to update and have a look at my my notes here. Obviously, we were talking about Telles could be going. Obviously, the big news was about Evans. That was a major one. And talking about,
it was a shock, though. To be fair, it was a shock. It was a funny shock because there was a lot of, you know, you get a lot of us. Oh, you're signing Maguire, blah. You're signing Evans again, blah blah blah. But I said, if it's as long as he's not signed for the season, I don't have a problem. I wouldn't like to think that he's coming to get fit and all of a sudden he's now getting a contract to stay at the squad to stay at Manchester United. I don't think that's right, and I wouldn't like to think he's still got that ability to warrant a first team place. So yeah,
just a quick one, just a bit of because obviously you know how transfers go. One transfer triggers another, like a domino effect. So it says here that Barcelona are sniffing around, waiting to make a move for Lavia from Southampton. They're waiting to see if Manchester United and Liverpool target starts the bidding starts for him, because obviously he's been down in the Championship. He's better than that. He showed that last season. He's a player that Barcelona are interested in, and all these top clubs as well, based on his performances. Obviously, he came from Man City. Man City have got tabs on him as well. But Erik ten Hag wants to improve his midfield with Fred McTominay expected to lead, to be added to the transfer list. United have already rejected a $6 million bid from Galatasaray for Fred. So with with Mason Mount occupying the same role as Eriksen in the team and able to subsidise for Bruno as well, the number 10 position, United are seeking a backup for Casemiro. And obviously we spoke about Amrabat, but this guy as well, Lavia, is in the mould, and he's young as well, and he's someone who's 12 years younger than our boy Casemiro. So that's something that should be considered.
It is, but the problem I have on Monday is anytime we go into a, I'm not going to say a bidding war, but we have a rival for a signature, we don't get him. You know, the play Onana, there was nobody else wanted Onana, no problem. We're able to do that. Mason Mount made it perfectly clear, and that's why I checked for this youth. He don't want to go Arsenal, and he don't want to go Liverpool. Get my deal to go to Manchester United. No problem. Højlund, there's nobody else interested in him. See, my issue is when we've then got competition. I mean, you know, if Liverpool get rid of Henderson, even if they only get rid of Henderson or Fabinho, they've got 40 million sitting there. They can go get Amrabat and still have 10 million sitting in the bank, and he improves that midfield. This is the part of it that I'm worried about. You know, it's all well and good saying, no, you Ten Hag spoken to and said, yeah, don't worry, brethren, I'm coming. And then come you know, 2 days before the transfer window, you're still cocking up your batty at your club because Man United haven't got the money to get the job done. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a pain. It's a pain on Monday, man, and it worries me.
Just quickly, Dean Henderson has been sniffing around Nottingham Forest. Looks like they might be making a deal for him.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. So with that one, obviously we know that they've been interested in Henderson. Henderson's booked to go on the tour,
right?
Because they haven't bid the figure that we want, and I think that is how you do business. He's gonna fly out on the plane and he's gonna be gone. So guess what? You either bid the money now, or you then have to bid the money, and then fly him in from America to have the medical to get on with his thing. So I love the way that Man United are doing that side of it as well. You know, they've got a figure in their head. I don't know what they offered. I'm sure it wasn't the 35 UK strains. I'm going to assume that's what you're saying that we want for him. I don't think we're going to get 35 million for Henderson, but I would gladly take 25. I don't think we should be taking anything under 25 for him.
Big up to Kerwin Nixon. Everyone give him a wave and a warm welcome in the comments. He's saying, I believe Onana camp was strict. Also, they wanted United only. All right. Onana wanted to come to United. So obviously, deals were done there. Andrew Williams is in the comments, very active. He's saying, Stat Monkeys never impressed me. What impressed you? You're like me, you like the eye test, maybe. Big up to FC United forever. She said, just to let you know, guys, all academy players, 22 plus, are technically in the shop window unless they find a loan club. It's the follow on from the yet daft FA and dumping the under 23s last year. Okay, so all the players are up for sale then, quite possibly. 22 plus of them. It's funny, isn't it? Because every year these players keep coming into the club from like 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, and they keep progressing. Some get let go, and then you get to the point where you come to like 18, a crucial age, 16, 17, 18, and then
decisions have to be made. Yeah.
So a lot of these players, it's true, when you look at it, how many have come through the ranks over the last 13, 14 years? Not many. So a lot of them have gone off to pastures new and say, oh, yeah, I once played for Man United on their CV. But maybe just in the academy or something like that. So, yeah, it's going to be disappointing for a lot of these guys. As we saw with Zidane, we felt he was a gem. He's left the club. And so, yeah, that's the reality of it. Thanks for that, FC United forever. Big up to Donovan. Donovan saying, evening. Honestly, I'm not too fussed if we don't get striker. More important is to cover Casemiro, and that's Amrabat. We can still do well enough without striker. He's being serious about it. He's saying he's serious. Alex here is saying, I believe our bids should be more contingent on the players being able to participate in pre-season. If they don't get pre-season, then take like 5 million off their price. Definitely saying signing players that want to come to us is key. Like last year, choosing over Arsenal, and that'd be Martinez. He chose us over Arsenal, didn't he? Shola Tire. I don't know what's happening with this guy. He seems to be having some flash haircut.
Yeah, I don't think he's good enough. I don't think he's good enough.
Yeah, I do. Alex saying would push the other teams to get Bruno done quickly for sure. And Andrew saying here, Bruno has all those assists, but no one talks about the stats, like the amount of times he didn't track back, the amount of fancy passes he messed up, the times he shot wildly over the bar.
Me and you will bump heads all day and every day about Bruno. You will see one thing and I will see something completely different for the same thing. So
tomato.
Yeah.
Andrew, I respect your opinion though. I just do disagree with you. I think Bruno's key to us, and he's supposed to do that. And he does track back. He works hard, I believe. But obviously, it's up for debate. Brandon Williams needs a chance this season or go on loan, says UK Strange. And right there. And FC United forever saying is a loan arrangement with several local clubs where they continue to develop at Carrington, but will play for the loan team. So that would be like Stockport County and all the northwest sides, that play in that region. Shola has played League One till he got hurt. Saw the match; it was a brutal foul. Oh, Jeff seen the match, Deg. Okay, so it's rough stuff when you go down those leagues, isn't it? We're gonna get pinched out. Oh, you think you're top boy because your academy? Welcome to the real world. This is men's football. Rah!
And with a Monday grounding, guys, we are gonna say goodbye. All you lot in the chat, as always, man. We appreciate every single one of you. It's good to see you back, FC United forever, man. You may be silently watching, but it's good to have a comment to Jeff. The regulars, not too much to mention. We will be back tomorrow. If I can get in and out of work early enough, then there will be the game on. If not, then we will have the reaction show, and that will give us time. That will give me time to watch the recording of the game either way. So guys, we will be back tomorrow. Monday, anything else you want to say before we pop off?
Yeah, I'm just going to read out some very important comments here. Because guys, look, we really do appreciate what you do for us. It makes us feel sweet. Matthew Bassett says, top show from all. I agree. Thank you. I agree with Vincent as well. He said, great show. Keep them up. We will try our best. Good evening, everybody. UK Exchange. Cheers all from Jeff, all the way from the States. We love you, Jeff. Great show to Stephanie Griffiths. Thank you. I like these comments, guys. Kudos to all. Big up. Thank you, Matthew. And Alex saying, big up, guys. Have a good night. And 8 a.m. my time. Oh, God, you need to sort of get your day started. Emma's giving us the prayer signs as well. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And praise the Lord. No doubt about that. Yeah. That's from the guys in the comments. Thank you so much.
Guys, as I said, thanks for watching. You don't have to be here, but you are. We appreciate it, and we are out. See you all tomorrow.